Alright guys, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Greece. We're back at it again. Early stages of the Greece playthrough. We're playing as a Greek, Western aligned Euro nation. Probably my best opportunity to learn the European Union system, I guess. Looks like the Euro is the driving force for... That's interesting. Interest rates. At least while a part of it. And Germany wants to invest for network infrastructure, so I don't actually have to build it myself. That's crazy. Yeah, and we do have civilian industry, but I don't think we have any pop. Yeah, so we're definitely hitting a population limitation. We're already almost at 50% in offices, so that's a lot of our income that we're missing out of or on. And we are in a power situation where power production is at a premium. So let's see. I have to drop that. Let's check our research. We'll get fuel refining. But I don't really have anything working to counter the power issue right now. So balancing that going forward is going to be pretty important. It's going to be more like the Burundi campaign, at least in the beginning here, where a lot of the focus is now going to shift since the government is mostly taken care of to working on the economy and infrastructure. And speaking of, I did the new day. I did read some of the comments, and I want to check up on something real quick that I think will help me out in the future. Yeah, so a railway is 1,000 construction plus 5,000 for each level. Network is 5,000 base, but okay, so upgrading your network is way... It should be cheaper, right? Because you're hitting... Yeah. So upgrading network is way cheaper construction cost-wise, but that becomes debatable how fast that'll build if you have those railway research bonuses. But looking at this, you would need, what, 5 levels at 100%? So what year is that? Let's look at Naples Railway. So you would need at least a 500% bonus. So 2010 is where actually having building railways becomes effective. Obviously, unless, like, if you don't have network at max, then probably building both. You kind of want to alternate in reality. But from a purely statistic, like stats you're getting bonus wise, 2010 is your year you want to switch to making railways. Got it. And then, yeah, infrastructure is 7,500. Network is 5,000 for the first level. And then it's 6,000. No, it'd be 7,000. So 7,500 for the last level for level 3. So it's equivalent to making a road in time. So yeah, making network to level 3 is going to be better for some of these other territories. Because if we look, I do want to finish roads in Thessaly, but everything else, network infrastructure makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, and then how long is it? 101 days. We do not have enough fuel at our current construction rates. So I'm going to go ahead and trade for oil real quick. Well, how many days would this take if I just try and max my fuel reserves as quick as possible? 25, so less than a month. If we just go all out, I can live with that. We just need to get it over that 101 day mark. So just burn it. Resources, terrible. Money, okay. Keep paying down debt though. Because right now, if you look at our budget, we're paying almost $1 billion in interest on debt. And we're going to need to bump up our governmental spending. So we definitely need to pay down all that much as we can and as fast as we can. Yeah, because the foundation is going to be everything for us. 13 days. Wait. And a bunch of puppeteers playing with their puppets. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? And blocking most of our. Oh, okay, so the British going insane in the 2000s is. I mean, when was Brexit? Like 2016, 20 some 18, something in that range. So obviously there were tensions or something before that. I remember that happened. Hold up. When was that? Yeah, so 2016. So I was right. Yeah, and then 2018 it may have been finalized or something. Yeah, I don't understand the intricacies of what happened there. I just imagine it's somewhat similar to a bunch of US states and how dysfunctional that is with very, very obvious leanings towards political spectrums. That's why, like, I've never messed with this system. If I was, if I, w- I'm gonna, in all honesty, if I was playing this just for personal enjoyment, I would not play with the European Union system. I would definitely not be democratic or Western aligned, and I would do everything I could to leave immediately as Greece. Because we're already in a bad spot. We don't have a ton. Like, our interest rate is terrible. Like, look at this. We're almost to 10%. And comparatively to our, like, neighbors, the only one that's doing worse than other nations is the Netherlands. Somehow, in this through. And it's like, starting out at a complete disadvantage in the European Union, you're just along for the ride. Like, I don't like that. I like to control my own destiny a little bit. And you can't do anything about it apparently. Without political power, and I need to invest all of that into the internal workings of the nation. Yeah, it's like it's hard to fix problems from outside in. Usually you got to go inside out. Like And it's like I can raise these things, but I'm gonna go negative in money gained. So I really need to increase my tax rate to work on this debt problem. And that's like, here, I didn't need to take a loan because we're just barely balancing this. And the other thing, I think I'm gonna start kicking up population tax even more till our stability is kind of at 99. Because any more corporate tax increases are gonna lower our productivity growth too much. And I can kind of mitigate this, right? But it's, yeah, so why is our interest rate going insane? I'm gonna bump that up actually. I want more money. Something's happening. I don't think we lost our like 2-year bonus. Yeah, so we get that till 2020, like 2004. Oh, we're losing political power gain. Oh, not the British. We are. So not only do we have our problems, we have Britain's problems as well. I love it. Gotta love it. And then we're having complete power grid meltdowns. That's that green energy life. Yeah, that's gonna ruin. Okay. I might have to shift everything back up power-wise, and we're just gonna take the debuffs. Yeah, as we're at. Yeah, see, I do have to take the network infrastructure every time. I can't not. I'd have to chill out on the foreign investment. But let's keep bumping population taxes. Yeah, and don't need 4 billion. We're cool. Oh, what we got here? They want more corruption. Nah, that's a bad idea. Unless you're building power plants, I don't want to hear it. Speaking of Central Greece. All right. And let's cancel our oil trade. Yeah, so we should. Yeah, we're up to 7 factories, which is actually going to be a decent amount of production time or speed and output. Okay, so how am I going to handle the power situation with research not available to us right away? Man, 50 days to get a network infrastructure is so good. I have to take it. Damage to. No, with 25 Fs. So some Afghanistan thing. That's cool. Good for them. It's funny how like determining the fate of a bunch of people like across the world from you very rarely works out unless they make it their prerogative to make it your problem. In which case it is better to go do something about it. Hmm. Oh, our GDP actually dropped below 30. Yeah, our GDP dropped per capita. That I was not expecting. That's a rough one. Right, how can I help this? Probably this. That'll happen after. Yeah, and it's continuing to drop. Yep. We're losing people. They're not in offices. We don't have enough people in our office space. That's funny. And then we're out of power too. Not great. Hmm. Let's see if I can shift this down. We go back positive. We have 8 factories. It's a population. Not working in offices is dropping our GDP. So let's drop. I'm actually going to decline. We're kind of at a precipice point. Yeah, let's drop our employment targets for military factories. I don't think that's helping enough, though. I'll have to remember that's lower. Yeah, we're gonna lose our research slot. Or one of them. Where's that? I'm assuming. Oh wow, it actually cut down our research. That's annoying. Rather, like it didn't shift up. It actually just deleted the bottom one. Kind of crazy. That's how that works. All right. Power is our problem. So power grid. We'll see if we can address that. Once we get 3D printing, because that'll be productivity, we'll shift. But yeah, we definitely need more employment. Yeah, and I knew our tax revenue. No. We'll take a trade agreement for sure. We're declining foreign investment right now. We don't have money. And let's go ahead and bump this power plant. Yeah, so we've lost. That's crazy. I can't believe it just was like, nope, last slot. We're not even going to delete the first item. That has nothing. I mean, that's a simpler solution coding wise, so makes sense. At least it saves, if not all the progress, some of it. But hopefully, yeah, we didn't lose the initiative there. Taking all that foreign investment. Yeah, and we're in 2003. We need population growth bad. So we'll go ahead and start doing all those. Even though they're not as good as productivity, foundationally, population and productivity, the earlier you get them, it is more beneficial for your playthrough. So, yeah, I don't think this manipulating employment actually did help any. It doesn't seem like it did. At least that's what it looks like. All right, so Serbia, they have a new government. Yeah, maybe. Trade agreement between Yugoslavia canceled. See, I feel like this is gonna make the whole Europe situation more interesting. I don't know. Let's go with sure. I'm not sure what the outcome of that'll be, but yep. So civil war to the south of us in Libya. If we were in a better position to have interaction with foreign nations, that would be where we'd want to make moves. But world tension's not high enough anyway. Oh, the Ionian Islands. I have forgot about that. I probably should look to see what I haven't built. So network infrastructure. This needs roads as well. Rail lines. Yeah, that could be rather important. So we'll go ahead and stack those up. All right, we'll get back to it. Got a bunch of stuff fighting against you in this. Chinese investments, man. That 32 billion is looking nice for sure. Yeah, so you would get building slots. I don't see anything though that's like adding any kind of bonuses other than just infrastructure itself. So this just seems useless except for construction materials here. So this 7.5 billion. This would be a good investment for this, but we have too much debt right now and we don't have any pop. Yeah, and then oh that would be, I don't know. That's a tough choice because it's how fast you can build military industry versus productivity and output. Kind of like, I'm not gonna build that many military factories though, so maybe I want restructure this. We'll go expand, buy, and restructure. That's what I'm gonna end up on. Oh, and we're almost out of fuel again. How many days do we need? 56. We'll go ahead and trade for oil. We'll decline this offer. We'll take the month. And we're also going to lower our corruption again. About some of the last things we need to do. So that'll give us a little bit more money and a little bit more research. Yeah, so we're a little tiny fraction of a percentage better with the research slots we do have. And then we have to recover our population because we have to get offices worked. That's killing our GDP per capita. And I don't have anywhere to drop power right now either. So we just want to watch Once this is full, we're canceling it instantly. One of the more important things we need to do. And there we go. All right, so that'll get us a power grid improvement. Probably need 3 power plants because we have to get back up. It's actually killing a lot of our bonuses. Tax revenue, political power, construction speed all get reduced. All right, so we have 150 days. A third of that'll be used for this first plant. And then this is gonna bump up our fuel expenditure by quite a bit. Yeah, so if I was to go, so real quick, we're just gonna do a quick. We need 3 just to go neutral. And we need 9, assuming our pop doesn't grow. So let's start with 5. 5 will get us back to neutral and maintain it. Plus, we should have research coming through as well. Oh, and then we're out of time. Okay. So this is where we're at. We're at power crises. We're in third world country power crisis. But anyway, if you look at the ledger here for a quick summary, our GDP probably dropped. So we're fluctuating at 3.2 to 3.4. Territory is going to be the same. Civilian industry, we have moved up probably. Yeah, so we're up to 16. We just have a huge tax cost reduction right now that we're going to have to work through. So getting the industry from foreign investments actually super helpful for us. Navy, Air Force, Army, irrelevant. We're going to be at the very bottom. We don't have anything. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode.